I mean, let's really put the pandemic behind us. But I mean, is everything back to normal at your program? Can applicants visit campus? Is that an expectation at this point again? Has there ever been an expectation? Why don't we go in reverse order? We'll go with Donna C, Donna L, Bruce, and Donna S. And I'll try not to interrupt. I'll try to keep it efficient as a moderator, so we can just log on and I'll just go to mute.
Okay, I'll jump in. Yes, we are back to normal, but we are still trying to get a sense of what prospective students want. And so I feel like last year and this year, offering the choice, you can interview virtually, you can come for an interview on campus. We still have virtual events. We have open houses. We are traveling, not as much as we did pre-pandemic, but more than last year. So I would say things are back, but we're still trying to assess what the prospective students want. So I don't know, maybe later we can give a poll and get some feedback.
I pretty much echo everything you said. The only thing, just for point of clarification, we have yet to have our conversation yet about interviews and whether we're going to offer in person. But you are more than welcome to come visit campus. We have a class visit program that'll be up and running again in the fall. We had it last fall and this spring, but I'm totally with Donna, really trying to understand what it is that prospects want. What is the best way for us to showcase our school and the student experience? I think that's still a bit of an unknown for us and a bit of uncertainty around it as well.
Yep, I would agree with everything both Donna's just said. We're back. We lingered a little more than the rest of the university in terms of continuing to have COVID testing and into the spring, but we've that's dropped off, and but we've had campus visitors. We this past year did interviews on campus. We had our welcome weekend for admitted students on campus. So knock on wood, we'll that'll continue into the upcoming year. But I agree that we really want to fully understand what people want, how we can best help them get a sense of the school, and whether that's in person, whether that's virtual, what the combination is. Still feeling that out.
So yes, and so same thing at booth. I really don't have anything else to add. We're doing all the same thing, trying to assess how we engage with prospective students in ways that they feel that they will be able to learn about the school, either on campus, virtually, in person, even in person, without admissions, but just how can they meet with our alumni in various cities around the world. But again, I'm very interested in hearing what people on this call or people on this webinar would be interested in seeing us do.
Feel free to type away, guys. You can. We have the webinar chat live. Feel free to share your input on how you'd want to engage a school these days, and whether a visit is appealing to you, or doing things, having an interview online, or whatever it might be. Okay. I mean, also the world is, by necessity, but there's so many resources that the schools are offering now to meet the online need, and from remarkable virtual tour of Yale to live admissions events to just Q&A that existed before, but all these things are in-person visits now, and there's just, between both of them, there's so much more information out there, which is awesome. Kind of hybrid opportunities are awesome. Okay, Marty, in person.
Can I throw out a hypothesis and see if people react to that? So one hypothesis that I think we all tend to think is that people are interested in person as long as it's convenient. And given that there continues to be the virtual option, people aren't going to travel long distances. People may not want to do an in-person interview because they may want to wait till an admit day. And so we're sensing that, yes, they may not want to go out on a Wednesday night if that's their work from home day. And I'm not saying anything of this is bad or not, but that's sort of part of our sense. And I'd love for people to maybe react to that as well.
Feel free to react in the chat, and I'm reading as we go, as I moderate. Lots of interesting comments here, and thanks to everyone being so participatory. It's a great crew. As I see our numbers climbed to almost 100 attendees, and again 400 more that registered. We'll get the link. Okay. Actually, on another thing that I'm curious about people. I don't want to cut off the the dialogue here on people's desires for visits and interactions with the school